gleaning in the fields. She's following the wake of the harvesters. She ends up, catch this, she just happens, this is going to bless somebody. She just happens to end up in the field of Boaz. I need somebody to put in the chat, it just happened. Because this is literally getting ready to be some of y'all's testimony. It just happened. Like, not only did it just happen, but it just happened. You're getting ready to have a testimony like Ruth had. The Bible indicates that she just happened to end up in the part of the field owned by Boaz, which just happened to be a relative of Elimelech, which was her father-in-law, her deceased father-in-law. She just so happened. See, what had happened was, see, you guys are getting ready, and I'm getting ready to experience and it just happened. You don't have a point of reference. You're just doing what you're doing, but it's just going to happen. She just happened to end up in the field that belonged to Boaz. This is going to bless her. I can almost tune up on this part. And so what happens is this. A little later, Boaz, who is the keeper, he's the head of this field, he happens to come out from Bethlehem and he chooses to greet the harvesters, right? She's not even a primary harvester. She's just catching what's left. She's a part of, in that time, like the welfare system. She's a part of the system that helps those who can't help themselves. And so, they would leave some, and what was left, these people could get. So Ruth understood she was not a primary harvester. Although she had sown a lot of amazing seeds in her previous life in Moab, she was now in a new place. And this is going to be some of you guys. And so you think because you're the new kid on the block and because folk don't know you like that and because you don't have a following like they have and because you don't have the resources like they have and because you don't have a credit score like they have and just because you're not the age that they are, because you don't look like they look, you're going to think that maybe you're going to have to start over. But I want y'all to catch this principle. Boaz, she just happens to end up in the field of Boaz. And Boaz just happens to choose to come out and greet the harvesters. And look at what happens. He says to the harvesters, God bless you all. God be with you. But something happens in verse number 5, Ruth 2:5. Ruth 2:5 says, Boaz asked his young servant, who was a foreman over the farmhands, who is she? Can I tell y'all? Oh, I feel like running. Can I tell y'all something? Folk, get ready to ask somebody that's got some power. Somebody that's got some resource. Somebody that's got some insight. And somebody that's got what belongs to you is getting ready to say, what's her name? Who is he? Do you know her? How long has she been doing this? Where did he come from? Y'all receiving this? What's his name? Who is his people? Do you have contact information for them? Do you have an email for them? Who are they? Folks, get ready to, I'm not talking about just, I need to get this right. It ain't just going to be folks. It's going to be people that you've been needing to connect with or getting ready. Oh, I feel this. Folks that you've been needing to connect with. Folks that you didn't even know you needed to connect with. You thought you needed to connect with this person. But God said you don't need to go through that person. You need to go through this person. Because this person is going to be able to do what you need. You thought it was this person, but it's really going to be this person. But that person that you don't even know you need is getting ready to say, who is she? What's the name of their business again? Where is their book again? What? Do you got a business card for them? Can you share their profile with me? Y'all hear me? Boaz says, who is this young woman? Where did, woo, Shaya, she come from? Literally, people are getting ready to say concerning you, where did you come from? Where have you been? Why am I just meeting you? What? Why did I? How did I know? Y'all ready for this? How did I know everybody else but didn't know you? Some of y'all catch this. How did I meet all of them and never met you? We were in the same place at the same time before. How did I not know? How? Where did you come from? Look at this part. I'm almost at this part, y'all. I'm telling you. Verse 6 says, catch this. I'm talking to the faithful now. Ruth chapter 2, verse 6. The foreman said, why? That's the Moabite girl. The one who came with Naomi from the country of Moab. She asked permission. Let me glean, she said, and gather among the sheaves following after your harvesters. She's been at it steady ever since, from early morning until now, without so much as a break. I want y'all to hear me. This is not the time to get lazy. Y'all hear me? Let me look right in the camera. I need to get right on the camera. This is not the time for you to get lazy. This is not the time for you to be doing a half job. This is the time for you to put your best foot forward. This is the time for you to bring your best out. This is the time for you to bring your A game. This is your time for you to wash your face, exfoliate, slap your edges down, get your hair cut, whatever you got. This is not the time for you to be looking shabby. This is the time for you to put your best garments on. This is the time for you to get your best, put your best together. This ain't the time for you to just show up This is the time for you to show up like you know that something's getting ready to happen. This is the time for you to show up like you know you belong in the corner office on the top floor. This is the time for you to show up like you know they've been waiting on you. This is the time for you to show up because you want the testimony to be, oh, she or he is so-and-so, and they've been faithful, and they've been doing this, and they've been working hard. And while everybody else was doing this, they were hard at work doing what it is that they were called to do. Yeah, that's who they are. Y'all hear me? Verse number 8. Then Boaz spoke to Ruth. What? Y'all catch this? Do y'all catch the progression? Boaz is the head of the field. He has a foreman who is in charge of the field. But because of what the foreman who's just been observing you has now said to the one that's in charge, now the one that's in charge is going to bypass the foreman and come straight to you. And when he comes to you, look at what Boaz says. Boaz spoke to Ruth. He says, listen, my daughter. Woo. From now on, don't go to any other field to glean. Stay right here in this one. And stay close to my young women. Watch where they are harvesting and follow them. And don't worry about a thing. I've given orders to my servants not to harass you. When you get thirsty, feel free to go and drink from the water buckets that the servants have filled. Do you understand that this man, this CEO, just bypassed all of middle management to come to you to say, hey, I heard about you. And this is what I'm getting ready to do. Glean all you want. Take all you want. Ask as many questions as you want. Whatever you need, how much do you need to get it started? You all are getting ready to experience this. I'm telling you all, some of you are going to have to come back and say, oh my God, Apostle, you were right on it. You heard God right. He said, Drink when you get ready. Take a break when you get ready. I've commanded them not to harass you. They better not bother you. There's a level of protection that's around you now. Catch this. Not y'all gonna find. Well, I gotta hold that point because the next text is gonna tell you that, and then I'm gonna give you that point. He said, when you get thirsty, feel free to go and drink from the water buckets that the servants have filled. Do y'all catch this? That this girl done got a promotion by just happening to be in the right place at the right time, and then the head just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and they just happened to ask about the girl who just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and then he just happened to go, the foreman just happened to have watched her enough to know that she has good work ethic and that she's integral and that she operates in the spirit of excellence and that she has whatever she, and so then the CEO just happens to then go to her directly and say, hey, you're no longer just someone we're giving hand-me-outs to. Now it's yours. It just happened. Thank you, Bosh. It just happened. Somebody put that in the chat again. It just happened. People want to ask you, I didn't even see the job on the system. How you get it? It just happened. But I thought you said you was trying to clean your credit up. How did you get a car off the showroom? It just happened. But wait a minute. I thought you weren't even dating nobody. How in the world are you engaged? It just happened. But wait a minute. But you didn't even have any capital to start the business. How it just happened? But wait a minute. You didn't even have any customers yesterday. It just happened. March is the month that you will say it just happened. What? I promise you I'm going to shuffle my feet here in a minute. I promise you. I'm going to shuffle my feet in a few moments. That's going to be my testimony. It just happened. Let me finish this and let y'all go. I've been going almost 2 hours. She dropped, verse 10. She dropped to her knees, then bowed her face to the ground. She said, how does this happen? That you should pick me out and treat me so kindly. Me? A foreigner? I got to read that one more time. She dropped to her knees. She bowed her face to the ground. And she said, how does this happen? How did I get so favored? What is it about me that you would pick me out of all these people that's been doing it longer than me? What is it about me that you chose me? There's a lot of other people in this field gleaning. There's a lot of other people in here that's going to be on welfare tomorrow. But how did I go from welfare in the morning to favor in the evening? I'm a foreigner. I ain't even supposed to be here. I begged Naomi to let me come. She didn't even want me to come. I'm a pagan. I don't even deserve what y'all not even the chosen people. And you mean to tell me you chose me? Some of you are literally, when you get the news you're going to get, in a good way, you're going to drop to your knees. You're going to bow your head to the ground. And you're going to say, me? God, you did this for me? God, you could have chose other people, but you chose me? Me? What? Let's read this last part. This is the part I want to get to. Verse 11. Boaz answered her. I'm in the Message version. Y'all, this is going to bless somebody. Boaz answered her and said, I've heard all about you. They're getting ready to say, people in authority are getting ready to say to you, oh, I've heard about you. You thought you had to, this ain't the season. Y'all catch this. You ain't gonna have to be giving out a bunch of business cards and be nagging folks to get their business. You ain't got to do that. If you just stay submitted, if you just keep doing what you're supposed to do, folks gonna literally come to you and say, "Oh, I heard about you. Yeah. Your name precedes you. I heard a lot about you. Yeah, I've been following you for a while now." How many of you all felt that just now? How many of you felt like I was talking directly to you? Put a hand up. Because I'm seeing faces of